Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Nate Ohlrich on the line, and he's a real estate broker and real estate investor. Nate, welcome to the show.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Adam.
So, Nate, I'm excited to get into today's topic. We're going to talk about how you're helping others in real estate, and we're also going to talk about some of the success that you've had. But before we get into that, just for your backstory, tell us a little bit more about how you got started in the real estate business, please.
Sure. So at the very beginning, I guess you could say I was a franchisee for a nutritional supplement store that started back in 2009. And during that time, I just got interested in learning more about real estate and how, others had made money and become millionaires, investing in that. So I started my initial research then and made my first investment with a partner back in 2013. And then since then, I've really just read a lot of books, listened to a lot of podcasts. I've done some different educational courses and clarified my goals on what exactly I wanted to accomplish. The other thing I think that really helped me accelerate was I started attending local real estate meetups where I was able to network with other, local real estate investors and learn from them and start some of those relationships who I eventually started partnering with them on different partnerships and syndications to get where I am today.
Man, that's awesome. And I think that's a great transition to today's topic. So first off, you invested in 220 multifamily units in less than 1 year. Like, what's the secret? There's some people listening right now that would love to duplicate that success.
Well, I really think it was just clarifying my goals. So I think reducing it down to educating myself so I was to a point where when I knew the opportunity presented itself, I'd be able to pull the trigger and not hesitate. And so taking those baby steps of really knowing what to look for in properties and doing, these different educational things and starting to attend these meetups and learning what other people had done and knowing, just the right thing to do. Then when these opportunities presented themselves to me, I was able to pull the trigger and partner with other local people and accumulate that amount of units so quickly, which I'm proud of.
Man, that's awesome. So, at the end of this, I'm going to give you the opportunity to leave your website or social media or wherever, email, whatever you want people to contact you. But I want to make sure that the right types of individuals and or investors connect with you. What's typically a good fit to work with you and your team?
Really, if you have an interest in learning more about, the steps to take and what types of real estate are going to serve you the best over the long term, and my idea is working towards financial freedom and adding passive income streams. So at a certain point, you can just be a passive investor and live off those income streams. It really, you have to be committed to learning, and you need to have some capital, but not required. But just being open to learning more and have that interest in real estate. I'd be happy to talk with anybody about real estate. It's a passion of mine, so I'm excited to talk to anybody about it.
Are there any specific geographies that you focus on versus others, or niches? I mean, give us a little bit of a feel for what kind of things you like investing in.
Sure. I'm most versed in retail and multifamily. That's what I've invested in. I think just with the current state of the world, industrial is going to, have some longevity just with e-commerce and, the last mile delivery. I think that would be a good play as well. Multifamily, it's a human need. You need somewhere to live, and well-located retail centers, if it's somewhat Amazon-proof and has service tenants, those are other things that you could look for that I think will have some longevity. I guess those would be the top two that I would have the most experience in and have the most confidence that if you invested today, it's going to serve you well for years to come.
Man, that's awesome. So, Nate, if somebody's listening to this and they do want to follow up with you and your team and to learn more and to continue the conversation, what's the best way for them to do that?
Absolutely. On Instagram, my handle is nate.realestate. And on Facebook, you can either do a search for me. It's Nate Ohlrich. Last name is spelled Ohlrich, or the URL would be facebook.com/Nate Commercial Real Estate.
Fantastic. Well, Nate, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more of your background and all the great things you're doing as a real estate investor and helping other people to make their real estate investing dreams come true. So great stuff there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Nate, thanks again for coming on the show.
You bet, Adam. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.